G'day, and welcome to THFC Till I Die, your home at Tottenham, past, present, and the exciting future. Joining me today on this brilliant stream, as we are the second best Spurs YouTube channel on YouTube behind the Irish Hotspur and Spurs Between the Lines. I better say that one, me, in case she puts me in a dungeon for the week. Mia's gone off now to find the keys for a dungeon.
No, I've gone to find some plates that I'll smash over your head. Like anyway, a good Greek girl that I am.
Yeah, fair play to you. I'll just give you some botching later off. Anyway, good afternoon and welcome everyone. And I hope everyone is doing well. Joining me on this stream, of course, is my usual, I don't know what to call them. They're not really co-hosts. They're more like, I don't know. If Philip was a Tottenham player, he'd be a bit like Dave Mackay in defence, chopping them down. Ellie would be like the Glenn Hoddle in midfield, passing it around. And Ellie and me would be Doris Tea Lady giving tea out at the end of the matches.
Why would I have to be tea lady, not a footballer? I'm quite actually offended by that.
Okay, then you can be a striker then. There you go. You can be knocking. They can be knocking. See, as manager, you've got to keep your players happy. And, she's just...
No, I'll be more of a Ted. I want to be like a Teddy Sheringham.
What, you want to look like a teddy bear? Oh, no, fair enough. Everyone
I'll be Teddy Sheringham if no, but I don't know. Yeah, I have to decide who I want to be.
She's like you, Ellie. She doesn't even know who she wants to be. You don't even know which country.
There's too many good players. Ginola. No, I want to be a Ginola. I'll be the Ginola of the team.
By the end of the stream, we may find out who Mia wants to be. But Philip, how are you this afternoon, sir? And how's your day been? You've been busy, and
I'm only home.
Now to end of another. It's the end of another really busy week at Spurs, isn't it?
Yeah, it has been all right. Some nice revelations as well about Conte's treatment of the players as well, which is quite interesting. So, from what I can gather, none of them are too sorry he's gone.
No, mind you, that's so true. Mate, Ellie, how are you this afternoon?
Yeah, I'm fine, thank you. Thank you for asking.
Are you are you going into official mourning with Højbjerg leaving the club? Hopefully.
Yeah, what. No player's bigger than the club, and also he's like Marmite, isn't he? I like it. Do you know what? I don't even like Marmite. I hate it.
That was funny. I actually do like Marmite.
You see what I mean, Mia? Like we're mixed up, aren't we?
And Mia, how are you this afternoon from Spurs Between the Lines? And look, it's been a busy week, but we're getting things done, aren't we?
It doesn't feel like we've got much done, though. It feels like that Tottenham have kind of stagnated in the transfer kind of situation, and I'm a bit concerned. I'm not going to lie.
Well, it's not FIFA. You just can't Championship Manager. You just can't go.
I understand. I get that it takes time, but it just has gone very quiet on the whole transfer, isn't it? Really?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Well, we'll get into that. I'm sure we will. I would just say who's in the chat here. We've got Eugene, big up Eugene. Say hi everyone, big up. He says Levy out. We've got Jazz Fusion. Hi Eugene, ready for the Asian tour. And Jazz Fusion also says Hero Ramirez.
Yeah, I've just done something on that there. That is quite serious for Tottenham.
Okay.
Roma have cancelled their tour because the organisers haven't paid them, and they were due to play Spurs in Singapore, I think. So that actually leaves a hole in our tour.
Right. Okay. Well, we'll get on to that in a minute. Hello, guys, and everyone in the chat from Carl Simpson. One of our mods, big up. We've got Kate, afternoon, Derm, Philip, and Ellie. We've got Paul Connor, big up, Paul. How are you doing? Hi, Mia, too. Sorry, she says. We've got Mick Harmlock. Good afternoon, Dermot and Philip, and Mia and Ellie. We've got Jim. Hi, Derm, Philip, Ellie, Mia, my fellow Spurs lovers in Ange we trust. Thank you very much, Kate. It's very kind of you. Eltel Cockrell, good afternoon from Team THFC Till I Die. We've got Terry Punes, big up Terry. We've got Andrew Gregory, big up Andrew. Says good afternoon, guys. Terry White, good afternoon, everyone. We've got Bobby K, big up Ellie, Dermot, Philip and Mayor, and all in the chat, big up Bobby K. We've got Eltel Cockrell. I switched off the work laptop and no work for 2 weeks. Pure bliss, time on my hands. Well, we'll keep you busy anyway, Eltel Cockrell. And we've got Phil Coyce. He says, big up Tottenham Till I Die crew. Big up, Phil. How are you doing? Now, Philip, do you want to start on that?
Yeah, no, apparently it's not.
There, or did you?
No, I saw it coming in the ban. I'd heard something, a whisper this morning that it had happened, but I wasn't sure. I'll just read out what I have here, okay?
Yeah.
Bear with me a second. Bear with me, and right, Roma will not be flying east for their upcoming pre-season. The capital club was scheduled to appear in South Korea and Singapore later this month, where they had planned a series of friendlies with local and international teams. However, due to missed payments on the organisers' part, Roma have changed their mind and will be going to Portugal instead.
Oh,
now, what does that mean for our pre-season? The league's a bit cold, doesn't it?
It does, but I'm just wondering, Dermot, could that be where the Tottenham Celtic friendly in Dublin came from?
Do you know what? That's actually very true.
That may well be the replacement game. They'll just come home a bit early and play that game.
That'd be good, wouldn't it?
I think the Roma game was the last game of the tour. I think it's West Ham, Leicester, then Roma. So that would suit to come home early and have a game in Dublin. That'd be great for us. Brilliant.
It'd be great. We're good to go up to because Man United are playing
on
Bayern
Leverkusen on the 6th of August, I think.
August,
yeah.
So all the Man United fans will be out there today.
Yeah.
Mia, look, are you worried about this, or do you think you agree with Philip? Get the 2 games, get home early, and do something near home for the last pre-season game.
Well, we have a last game at home anyway on the 6th.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got the last game at home anyway. So, yeah, I think come home early and try and arrange. I think a Celtic game would be absolutely fabulous to go and have that, to be honest with you. I think that would be a really good game.
I'll tell you one thing, Dermot. The amount of Celtic fans there are in this country would be hard enough getting a ticket for it.
I tell you, who would we follow? Seriously?
Oh, no, come on.
Who would you follow? Are you joking?
Come on now, come on.
Are you joking?
Come on, Dermot.
I was trying to catch Philip out there. I was actually trying to catch him out.
Yeah, tough luck. Try better luck next time.
I will do.
Yeah.
Well, Philip, look, we'll start with this news. Perisic returned to Croatia. Now, I have actually got breaking news on that, actually, one. There's no concrete or official indications that Ivan Perisic will leave Tottenham at this stage of the transfer window. No decision has been made as of now. So he's still part. There's no rumours of him going back. There's rumours of him leaving, but as far as Spurs are concerned, there's no news of him going, Philip. So I'll start with you first, then I go to you, Ellie, then you, Mia. Are you surprised by that, or is he one of the 8? Do you think he'd be out this season?
I still think he'll be gone by the end of August. And one big reason for that is the wages he's on. Yeah. He's supposed to be on 175 grand a week, which, let's face it, he's not going to be playing regularly next season if he does stay. He's going to be a bit part player. So I think it'd be a good move for everybody if he moved on to Hajduk Split.
Do you think that's where he'd end up?
Oh, that's where he'll end up, yeah. Hajduk Split. Yeah.
Mia, what do you reckon? I'll go to you next. Sorry, Ellie.
I've got to agree with Philip. I think he will, because the thing is, the journalist who reported it originally isn't someone who reports rubbish. I think it was like, it wasn't Ornstein. It was someone else, but they weren't somebody who normally reports stuff that's not true. So I can't make head nor tail, but I do think we need to get him off the books. And I do think he will end up going. I do, to be honest with you.
And Ellie?
Yeah, like the wages are a stumbling block, aren't they? I think he's on over 180 grand. You know, that's a lot of money. Like, we can put that towards something else, because he's coming to, well, really, he didn't hit the ground running, but, you know, he created a lot of assists, but he was very poor in general. You know, like, you can create assists, but if you're not creating anything else or helping the team as a whole, so I won't be sad to see the back of him, to tell you the truth, because we can put that money elsewhere.
Look, for me, I think he will go, but I think you need to give him a bit more credit than you're giving him. He did make the most assists, I think, out from that last season. And, you know, yeah, he wasn't great in all the games, but I think some of his assist work was up there. But, yeah, I think he wanted to come because Conte's there. Conte's gone now, so I think he wants to go. So Perisic could be on the way out. Now, guys, I found this little bit of news here. Premier League, Tottenham working on double deals for Mickey van der Ven and Edmund Tapsoba. Now, I'm waiting on news from this. I have asked the question and I'm waiting on the response. Who wants to go first in this? Do you think we could wake up early next week with a double transfer in?
No.
Who wants to go first with
I don't think so.
I don't think so. No.
Maybe one through the door.
I think it's either or. It's not both.
Yeah, they've been reporting it's been either or now for a little while. So I keep thinking it. Well, at first I thought, was that a smoke screen because other people were interested, but I don't think it is. I think Tapsoba has been said to be our main target. However, he's too much money, and it looks like we're in advanced talks with Mickey van der Ven. So it looks like he will be the one we get. Personally, is what I think.
I sort of agree with you on that, Mia or Ellie. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I agree with Mia. I think Mickey van der Ven is the one they want. But do you know what? They should go for that Nelson as well. I like him, and he won't be really expensive. And he's an experienced defender, and he'll bring a lot to our game. And he will suit Andrew's style because his passing is fabulous.
25 million he is, I think.
Yeah, it's not a lot, really.
I think as well we've been linked with Max Kilman again, from what I read.
Yeah. So Milan is supposed to bid 30 million for him.
Well, this is what I've got. Tottenham Hotspur are working to secure deals for both Mickey van der Ven and Edmund Tabzuda, but they will probably sign only one of them, as per transfer guru Fabrizio Romero said. After struggling with the defence, this is what he said. Edmund Tabzuba remains in Tottenham's list as talks are still ongoing. He's always been top of target as a new centre-back. Spurs are now working on both Van der Ven and Tabzuba deals, up to the club to decide who they want to sign, also based on financial packages. So, Philip, look, I'm reading into that. They could get one, but they could get two if we're lucky.
Yeah, I think realistically it's one. But if they manage to offload some of the players in the meantime, maybe there'll be extra cash available to make up the difference for the second one. But I have a feeling I don't think we can be too optimistic on getting two of them.
No. What do you reckon? Look, Eddie, we know we need centre backs in. We know we can't start with a Dyer or Sanchez or a Davis in that back three. But look, I've said it all the way along. Get Longley in as a squad player. Get him in. He's going to be out. Get him in for 5 million. Have him there as a squad player. Look, Nelson could be a swap deal with Sanchez because Galatasaray want Sanchez as well. So that could be done on the swap deal. So
there's another team in for Sanchez now as well. Spartak Moscow.
Right.
Yeah.
So where would you go, Ellie? Russia, or would you go to Turkey?
Turkey.
Yeah, at the moment, Turkey. And it's a very good league, a lot of good players end up in Turkey as well. It's a very good, strong league. As for the signings, I don't know about Longley. He's one of those Marmite players again, isn't he? He's really good in one area of his game, his passing, and then he's not so good on his pace and reading the game. I was watching him. He's a bit slow on reaction, So as a squad player, it wouldn't be that drastic a bad thing. I think, and he's in Levy's budget, isn't he? Because I think he's only about 8-point-something million to get him. If you need somebody with experience, it wouldn't be too bad having him on the bench. Just put it that way.
Yeah. And Mia, look, we know we need centre backs. That's not what's the worst kept secret in football. We need centre backs. But are you quite expected to start with one of them in the back next season, probably a Dyer or a Sanchez at the start of the season?
Am I expecting to see a Dyer or Sanchez start? Hell no. Yeah. Hell no. If they start, I riot. I swear. And I think everybody will riot. I honestly don't think that's going to happen. My honest belief is we are going to get I think we're going to get Mickey van der Ven, even though, like I say, actually, it looks like we actually did want Tapsoba more. I think we're going to get someone else like a Nelson or a Tosin and Longley as the backup as well. So I think we will get rid of Sanchez. I think Dyer will stay, but I don't think he'll even make the bench. And then I think that we'll have, like I say, maybe Longley on the bench instead. So I think that's how it's going to go personally.
I think if we buy either Van der Ven or Tapsoba, we're going to have Romero because we're going to be playing 4 at the back. So
yeah, what happens if he gets injured though? I mean, it was.
Oh yeah, well that's where Longley. That's where like the Longley comes in.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
LTL says Romero injured, we'll have a Rodon, Dyer, or Sanchez as a centre back.
Yeah, that's why it's important to get Longley in as a third centre back
and also and if we get say we do get a toast in, then we've got some backup for the other one as well, because that's the thing, isn't it? You want to have backups for both. So I think 3 is reasonable. One of them is going to be a cheaper option, I'm afraid, and people might not like it, but I feel like that is what's going to happen. It's going to be a cheaper option one.
We've got Nathan Passard. Says Dyer will stay, Sanchez, Tatango, Rodon out. 2 new centre backs. This will happen. And Carl's saying Sanchez, Tatango, and Rodon will all be gone. I'm hearing that as well.
But if we buy 2 centre backs, it doesn't matter if Dyer stays for goals. He won't be getting the game anyway.
No, that's right.
I'm still waiting on confirmation of them 3, but I know there's certain clubs looking at 3 of them. But I'm still hearing that Sanchez is being used as part of the deal for Nelson for Galatasaray.
Maybe.
That it could be a swap. That's what I'm hearing at the moment. So I'm waiting for confirmation of that.
He'd be mad to go to Russia anyway in the present circumstances, because he'd probably end up getting sanctioned like every other European that goes there. So
Elter Cockra said, let's say Taps 50 million, VDV 25, Nelson 20, or Tucson 15. Total worst case scenario 90 million for 3 players. Do we not think that this will rise to 90 million in Deadwood sales? Come on, please spend the money, get them. And look, Philip, a lot of fans are saying just get them, but it's transfers is not as easy as people think they are they?
They're very complicated. You have to satisfy so many things. You've got to make sure that the agent is happy with his cut before he'll allow his client to move. And like Spurs, I remember back in the 60s and 70s, Spurs, or 70s anyway, Spurs used to buy players in at big money, right? And the ones that didn't make it, they generally sold them off at a big loss. And I can see that happening again this season. We're not going to get our money back on most of those players that we sell on, especially in Ndombele if he goes. So it's not just quite as easy. And I think we'd be lucky if Dyer, Sanchez, Rodon, and Lo Celso. If we get 30 million for the 4 of those, we'd be lucky, I think.
No, I think that we'll probably get, I reckon, a little bit more, because if you think how much the Winks went for, I think if we sold, say, a Lo Celso, a Pierre Højbjerg, a Tanganga.
I didn't include those 2 now. They're although they're extra, they're extra.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So we can raise the funds, but the thing is about it is if we can't spend those funds until we sell them, then we're going to obviously have to try and sell them. It is very difficult, but I do think we could raise a decent amount of funds to get 3, definitely.
But the way about that is we said we get 30 million for Højbjerg, say, right? We're going to get paid over 4 years for that. It's not as if we're getting all the cash into the bank in day 1. No, we have to allow for the funds that are coming in from. It's basically buying them on the HP.
It is. Yeah, but we'll be doing this. Yeah, but we'll be doing the same with
absolutely.
We buy,
that's what I'm saying. It's a balancing act. It's a balancing act to make sure you get the funding right.
Now, guys, Tottenham are looking to offload 8 players this summer. That's how many players Ange wants out. Højbjerg, Perisic, Dyer, Sanchez are set to lead the summer Spurs clear out. So, Ellie, look, I'll start with you. Look, you and me are big Højbjerg fans.
Yeah.
Right? But look, if he goes, I'd be disappointed. But there you go. It happens. Players you like, go.
Yeah.
So he could be on his way to Spain for 30 million. Perisic could be going back to Croatia again.
That's on a free. And
for free. We can't make any money on him.
No,
well, we could actually. He's a year left in his contract. But if they cancel his contract, he just walks out.
Yeah, but we get 180 grand off our
wage bill. That's a lot of money.
Look, so where do you think some of these players, right, might think, do you know what? I'm getting good money here. I ain't going to move. And not like Sanchez did in the last January window. Somebody offered him money and he refused to move. Yeah, so could that happen, do you think, with some of these players this summer?
That's where the club, right, have to not hold on to this dead wood, because we've held on to much too long, and it's just one of those things. They've just got to They've just got to think, right, how do we get rid of all of them in one go? How do we do it strategically? I think it's going to be impossible to get them all out. I think we might get 4 or 5 of them out and then maybe wait till the January window to get the other 3 out. But either way, I just think we're just too soft. You've got to be ruthless in business, right? You've got to think, right, these players haven't performed for us. They haven't been performing for us for years, not just this year, for years going back. So why are we holding on to them? It's
the problem
with Spurs.
Yeah, but the problem is, Ellie, it's about whether someone wants to buy them. That's the problem, isn't it?
Yeah,
you can't make them. And if they've got contracts, they don't have to go. That's the issue, isn't it? That is the biggest issue.
I understand that, but at the same time, you know, they have to try and get them out, either like rip up their contracts or just boot them out, because they're not creating.
Again, you can't do that legally. You can't just. They have to agree to have their
the
contracts
ones that have come to their end of their contracts.
Yeah, of course.
But the other ones, it's going to be a lot tougher.
It's tough.
What would you reckon on this for evaluation on the players we got to get rid of? I'm going to give you a name and a figure and see how much you agree we might get for them. Right, Højbjerg, I'm putting him down 30 million. Right.
Yep, I think 30.
Dyer 10 million.
Yeah.
Sanchez 9 million.
Yeah.
Lo Celso 10 million.
I think it'd be more.
I'm being conservative here. I think we can increase that. Perisic on a free.
Yeah.
Tanganga 5 million. Rodon 5 million. And Hugo Lloris a nominal 3 million just to get him out of the thing. So that's the total of if you move the Chelsea to 15 million, just for argument's sake, right? That's 49, 15, 64, 74, 77 million.
Yeah.
I could buy a couple of decent players.
Yeah, I think we could even get 100 million for them, because I think Tanganga's worth more than 5.
I'm being very conservative on that. Apart from maybe the Chelsea, because that's the figure that's been mentioned there. The rest of them has been no figures.
Chelsea's got marketable value. I reckon we can get 25 for him.
Yeah. I noticed a comment going through there about looking for a swap for Højbjerg and Wow Felix.
Yeah, it's a super chat here from. I would just say big up. Hang on, Philip. Just a big up to Nathan Pissar for the super chat. Thank you so much. It really does help the channel, and really appreciate you sending in the super chat to us. So hearing about
good player.
Yeah, what do you reckon on that, Philip? Would you agree to that?
He was at was it Chelsea last season, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
I know he didn't do a lot there, but mind you, what Chelsea played did anything last season.
Yeah,
you know, they were worse than we were. So I think I saw him playing for Atletico Madrid before that, and I think decent player. If we could get him and a cash adjustment for Højbjerg, yes.
Yeah, but he's saying in capital letters? Would you guys take J.R. Felix?
I would.
Yeah, I think we all would.
But that source was unreliable. There weren't no decent. I looked around for the source to that, and it weren't that.
Oh, maybe there's nothing to it. You can but dream, you know.
Mm-hmm. It is, and look, guys, I wonder. I got some news coming in. Philip, I just sent you a WhatsApp. I just need to drop out for a few minutes, so I let you.
Hang on, my phone isn't here at the moment. Hold on. No, I got it now. Hold on.
All right. Okay. Ellie, I'll do the chat. I just need to drop out for 2 minutes. I'll be back in 5 minutes.
Yeah. Okay. Right. So
bear with me one
we've got
second.
King Dom saying with Guerrero, Vicario, and Manar Solomon, Tottenham have 19 foreign players, I believe. How many are we allowed to have?
We need 8 homegrown. So
8 homegrown. It's a squad of 25, isn't it?
Yeah, a squad of 25, 8 homegrown. I think we could make that. Yeah,
that takes us over the foreign contingent. Okay, Philip.
I think Manar Solomon is probably a better bet than Wow Felix, to be honest with you.
Do you know if the thing is with the foreign players? Don't forget, if we get rid of a Sanchez, that's someone who isn't homegrown. Højbjerg's not homegrown. Lo Celso's not homegrown. So I think we will get rid of some of the non-homegrown players. To be honest, Perisic not homegrown.
So that's fine. We just need that is free, isn't it? Because that will take it to 27. So that will take it to 24. So that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, Terry Wright said no chance the club is getting rid of all these players. Probably not, but we will get rid of some of them. And like, you can actually be sure that Ange Postecoglou has had a word with the players that don't fit into his plans, and they hopefully are making plans to actually, get out the door, because they don't, like, a professional pride means they don't want to be sitting on the bench or playing with the under-21s for the rest of the season. They want to be out there playing football. And if they have to take a pay cut, tough. Some of them are getting overpaid anyway. And let me just see. I've lost where it was in the comments now. Here we are. Jazz Fusion is saying you can sell Sanchez, PEH, or Gio if you're willing to take a small hit on price. The rest are either loans or you'll have to eat. Yeah, I suppose it means tear up the contracts.
Yeah,
That's true.
I don't know. I think you'll be surprised. There's actually people in for Tanganga. There's actually people who want Sanchez. So I think we can sell them and get a little bit of money for them.
Yeah, because last season he was touted at AC Milan, wasn't he? And so there will be teams in for him.
He's played very little football since that, though. That's the problem,
Yeah, I know.
Ben Kaufman is saying, "Hi Ben, Felix would be fantastic not coming through." Yeah, I think we're kind of hitting that route. We'd love to see him coming, but I don't think so. And let's see, where else are we now?
Pochettino want to keep hold of him, won't he? I know he's on loan, isn't he, at Chelsea? I believe.
Yeah. I think he's back. He's back with his own club now.
Yeah.
And Nathan is saying we need a Van der Vaart like signing. Yeah, absolutely. He was Van der Vaart was brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
Well, we got Maddison. He's a similar.
Yeah, that's true.
Similar, creative. So
King Dom is saying 17 players are allowed. 17 foreign players are allowed, actually. Yeah. Hi Phil, and AE is saying THC's like that. Hi Philip. Hi Mia. Ellie's in there too, somewhere.
Oh, nobody knows who's going to be on each day, do they?
No, that's it. That's true. And King Dom is saying Mano Solomon looks a perfect Ange baller. Yeah, true. I mean, you can be sure any player the Spurs are going for, you can be sure they've passed the Ange test. He will not be buying a player just for the sake of buying it, like has been done in the past. Any player that comes in can play his system, and I back that one up certainly. And Jazz Fusion has nothing to do with now, it's everything to do with the outlay tolerance of the board. Well, that's the thing. I mean, the Spurs board, as we know, are very conservative when it comes to splashing the cash. And let's hope that this season is a little bit different from other seasons. Up to now, it's been good. I mean, here we are, 2.5 weeks into the transfer window, and we've got two new players and the players that were here signed permanently. So, and maybe another two or three on the way. So, let's just.
Mia had to go, by the way.
Okay, right.
In the private chat, she had to go.
And then he says, we have a homegrown weed.
Yeah, he is
buy
a weed.
Buy a bottle of Roundup and put it down. That kills weeds. No.
He's a strapping lad, right? But he hasn't got no strength.
Yeah, true. 50 pence piece head Dyer has to go. Is that his price? Is that his price tag? 50p. Sounds generous. And
look at that.
What's that? Dafarshire says, don't forget Spurs revenue, 70 million more than Arsenal revenue, yet they spend 180 on Havertz and Rice. Therefore, we can easily afford 3 decent centre backs. P.S. Dyer is not homegrown. Yeah, he was born in England, but he's brought up in Portugal, so that kind of muddies the water a little bit. But I think Arsenal paying 180 million for Havertz and Rice. I know the Arsenal fans are up in ecstasy about this, but I don't know. I don't think either player is worth the fee they've paid. Absolutely nowhere near it. So we'll see how that one pans out, I think a better signing for Arsenal this morning is that Saliba fella signed a new contract with him. He'd be a more important player for me than either Rice or Havertz.
Yes, Saliba, he's a fantastic defender.
Good player.
Yeah.
And Gill is going too. Yeah, we haven't mentioned Brian Hill much. I don't know whether he'll be on the loan. He could be loaned out again. I still think there's a player in there for Tottenham, but whether it's this season or not, I don't know.
Gil Messi's not going anywhere. I am telling you that now.
Spoke speaks the voice of wisdom. Okay, I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear that. I'm just wondering where he's going to fit in, though.
He may go out on loan, I think, if he is, but Ange may want to use him. Mia had to pop off. She sends her apologies. Family emergency. So, so please, everyone, get over to Spurs Between the Lines and hit that subscription button, Mia's channel. We will put the link in at the end of the show. Philip, do you want to go? Where are you on the? Do you want to continue on the rest of the? Go on, I'll let you do the rest of the comments. Go on.
Okay, where am I now? New comments. I'm just my computer is very strange. I'm using an Apple computer, and it gives things differently than other ones. Now there was a room. No, it's just no. I have it now. Yeah. Hey, he says we might be able to get 20,000 for Eric Dyer if the likes of Hereford United are desperate. I was thinking more Accrington Stanley. But anyway, King Dom, what happens to foreign players surplus that's haven't been allowed if you can't unload enough? That's a good question. They can't play, isn't it? They can't play.
They can't play, then they won't be registered then, as far as I know. I don't know the ruling on that, to be fair.
Yeah, let's look that up, actually, guys.
Yeah, I have a bit of breaking news if you want me to bring that in, or
go on. Go on.
Now, I'm hearing, this is not from our own source, this is from another source I have two of them. Well, the one's very reliable, the other one is sort of iffy. So this is, you take this with a pinch of salt.
The reliable one.
Yeah, but anyway, I have asked the question as well. Galatasaray demand 50 million from Tottenham for the transfer target duo. Now, I've been doing a bit of digging while I was in the background, and that's 50 million for Victor Nelson and Saka Bowie. Now,
so David Bowie's son.
Yeah, Boey.
Boey, Bowie. Never heard.
You'd be happy if they signed David Bowie's son, Dermot, wouldn't you?
Yeah, but Nelson, would be. Nelson has a 25 million euro release clause, which suggests the Galatasaray value the talented vendor a similar figure. Tottenham are also interested in Bowie, a 22-year-old right back who is impressed in his 2 seasons at Galatasaray. Look, what I'm going to say, have we got enough right backs at the club?
We have enough right back. If he was centre back, I'd say better. But right back, no, we've enough right backs.
Yeah,
But I think Nelson, yes, because we know he's on the radar. The other guy, I doubt it. Really, never know.
Ellie, look.
It's funny.
Yeah, look, Ellie, look. We don't need any more right backs, do we? We've got enough of them at the moment. Or do you think we still need to have backups for the backups for the backups?
It depends how Andrew's going to play. If he's going to play with a straight right back, we've only got really one recognised in who can actually defend is Emerson Royal, because Porro, he's not a defender, just put it that way. He can he can play as a winger, and Kulusevski, he's not a right wing back either. He can't defend really. So the only other one we can play there is Tanganga if we keep him. So maybe they are looking at that, because if Emerson Royal gets injured again, then we're a bit light. Yeah,
well, we've got Emerson and Spence. They've been looking good on video.
Yeah, but
I saw Doji on the other side as well.
I forgot about Spence.
I saw a video today it was on YouTube, and it was of Ange going up and down the touchline at Celtic.
Yeah,
and you could hear him shouting at the top of his, "Don't beeping past the ball back."
Yeah,
and he was shouting this, and it's a great video, but it shows Philip he doesn't like going backwards, does he?
Oh, not at all. No. I'll tell you one thing. I'd say he'd be finding players to do back passes unless there's no other option.
Yeah,
he does not like. He wants that ball going one way, and that's forward.
Yeah,
which is great to hear.
That's why Winks is the first one out the door, sideways and backwards.
Look, there isn't really a lot of news today, is there? It's been a very quiet sort of last few days.
There's a few little things in it. This is, I know we haven't mentioned Harry Kane yet, which is after 39 minutes in, we haven't mentioned Harry Kane, which must be a record.
That's good,
right? But this is something, Dylan, might be worth just a quick mention.
Oh,
okay, that one first.
Here.
The Spurs aren't. Whoops, hang on. Go back to that first one again.
That one there.
No, this one here. Spurs aren't going back to Celtic for any more players, apparently. Mind you, the Japanese guy, Kyoto, signed a new 4-year contract.
Yeah.
Jota has gone to Saudi Arabia. So there's no one left that we want anyway.
No.
Apart from Cameron Carter Vickers, who was mentioned. But
how about McGregor?
Thankfully, I think he's probably only a bit on the long on the tough end, is he? Been there a long time. Player.
Yeah. I think Andrew's probably got an agreement with them. You know, we won't take any of your players this year.
maybe. Yeah.
There's that guy, isn't there, beginning with H? I think his name's Haita or something like that. Haita.
Oh yeah, I know who you mean.
Yeah.
Another fellow. Yeah.
What's
his Ben saying here?
Everyone is fed up. Everyone's fed up. The Kane talk after Sava, Sean, and I had an argument this morning.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
okay. Nice.
I didn't know that.
But this is as a follow up to that. This is what's happening.
Yeah, go on, Philip.
With Kane, like Daniel Levy apparently is so mad at Bayern Munich for the illegal tapping up of Harry Kane that he's threatened to report them to UEFA.
And he's also said, he's also said that he's going to make Bayern Munich bleed.
Yeah, exactly.
To buy Harry Kane.
Yeah.
Now, so, what does that tell you, Philip? If you're trying to, it's like going into a garden full of weeds, right? You're trying to get rid of all the weeds to see what's really happening under there. If you were to take away everything what's been said, what can you see happening with this now?
If that is true, right? If Levy, if the fact that Bayern Munich did actually make an illegal approach, now I don't believe for a minute that Tuchel went to Harry Kane's house. I don't believe it's got to that stage. But if they can make an illegal tap over the phone, you could meet him in the, Charlie Kane could have met them and got which is the same thing basically. So I think Levy, if it is true, right, then I think your comment about him making Bayern Munich bleed was very interesting. Because he's got a figure that he will sell Harry Kane at, not one penny less. No. Now the interesting thing will be if Bayern do come in with that bid, what does he do? Because as we said yesterday, if Harry Kane doesn't want to sign the contract that's in front of him now, then there's no other option. We can't keep him, and Bayern Munich will probably get their man. But that still wouldn't stop Levy from reporting to UEFA. That's gonna for annoying him so much, you know.
I mean, look, we've had Harry Kane news all week. Today's the first day with no Harry Kane news.
We thought we might get away without it, but
it's like I'm getting withdrawal symptoms, like from no Harry Kane news. You know, I've gone lightheaded. I'm getting the shakes, but look, we won't know what happens, Ellie, until the 12th of July when he's back and he has his talk with Ange. Now, look, I was speaking to Dave this morning, and look, me and Dave was saying to me, he's making the right point when he says, look, it's ridiculous the way people are going on about Harry Kane. Do you know? And if we are to build something, we need to build it with Harry Kane or build a team around Harry Kane. But, Ellie, and I put this question to you, Philip. My question still remains the same, Ellie. What do you do if he doesn't want to sign a new contract? What do you do then? Because he can talk to anyone he wants in Europe for free in January, and he can join any club he wants next summer. So what do you do?
Thing is, if he doesn't sign the contract, we're going to be left with a player that's unhappy as well, because he'll want to. It's clear that he wants to go. It's clear, right? And we're in that same scenario as last year, aren't we? Where we have to wait for him to come back, and then he stayed. All right, but this time, if he stays and signs the contract, fair enough. But if he wants to stay for the year and then we get zilch for him, I'm in two minds though, because what David said is very poignant about. Well, he's going to help us get Champions League for starters.
I don't agree with that.
I agree with David, and I'll tell you why. Because if we make Champions League, we're going to make that £100 million back.
Yeah, but
with Harry.
I tell you what, why I don't agree with it, Ellie, is for one reason. Why have a player there if he doesn't want to sign a contract, right? Why have a player there that's going to be unhappy, and doesn't want to be there. Now, you could say we've heard nothing from Harry Kane. We could say this is all Charlie Kane's doing, and he's going around and, putting his brother's name round to every club that will listen. We don't know. We don't know what goes behind closed doors, so we don't know what's happening. We don't know if Harry's happy, not happy, or anything. So we have to find out. But if Harry Kane wants to win trophies, right, and as Mia says, shows ambition, then he needs to show he's ambitious by moving to another club to win them trophies. But the question can ask, he's only going to go to Bayern Munich, Ellie, and winning the Bundesliga is not the same as winning the Premier League or an FA Cup. Bayern Munich win that every year. So what is if he does want to leave and Bayern Munich come in with £100 million bid for him, or £80 million or £90 million plus add-ons, do you think he might turn it down? Do you think, do you know what? I've got a better chance of winning something here with Spurs. Or does he, if trophies are that important to him, do you know what? I'm going to go to Bayern Munich and get my couple of trophies.
Yeah, because I don't think Levy won't sell him to another Premiership club. I just don't think that's going to happen. So the only way he's going to get his move if he goes to Bayern Munich. But I mean, no disrespect to the German league. It's a fantastic league, but to win something in England for a guy who's been in England all his life playing his football and he's broken so many records, Dermot.
Yeah,
I think his legacy's been made, but to break that ultimate record of Alan Shearer's, and also because we've shown ambition ourselves by bringing in players like Maddison, we've got Solomon now. We're moving in the right direction.
I don't think we have shown ambition, Ellie.
Yeah, but we haven't done that before. We haven't made a statement signing like Maddison. He's a fabulous player.
Yeah, but
if I was Harry Kane, I would think, well, the club are moving in the right direction. If we get those two centre-backs and one more player, I think Harry's head might be turned. If it's been turned to go to Bayern Munich, we might turn it back and he might even sign that contract. Because under Ange, the type of football we're going to play is going to be very exciting, Dermot.
It is, but
yeah.
Look, for me, I agree. I will come back to your comment, Paul. What I'll do is I'll style that and I'll come. We've got some, I don't know. Yeah, I will style that, Paul, and I'll come back to that in a minute because there was a comment there put in by Jazz Fusion, and he makes a very good point, actually, if I can find it. Where is it? Yeah, here we go. He says, Bayern now or Poch later, your choice, or watch late United money. Look, I think this will go all the way to the last day of the transfer window, unless Harry Kane comes out and says, right, I'm going to sign a new contract for Spurs. There's a 4-year contract. And may I just add again, me and Philip broke this over 2 weeks ago. And it leaked out yesterday, but we did break it 2 weeks ago. There is a 4-year deal on the table to 2027 or 2028. I can't remember. I think 23, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 2027. To 300k a week plus bonuses, or plus whatever add-ons he has in there. That is on the table for Harry Kane. No release clause in it, no nothing. It's a straight up 4-year contract. Now that will take him up to what? 33, 34.
That's basically the end of, not the end of his career, but it'll be near the end.
Yeah.
Maybe another 2 or 3 years at the top.
Well, there's no I'm hearing there's no what I've been told, Ben, there's no release clause in this contract. And that's what I'm hearing. So Ellie, what do you do? Do you know if he signs it, happy days? Do you know there's no problem there? If he doesn't sign it, then what does Levy do? Do we go down? Are we going down the road of Sol Campbell in 2001 again, where he walks out for nothing? Or do you sell your best asset and think, do you know what, we'll reuse that money to get more players in?
I'm in the Harry Kane camp, man. Keep him. Bust your gut to keep the boy.
We are, Ellie. 300k a week, 4-year contract.
I know, but I mean, take the money away from it, right? And he's been so brilliant for us. Why would we want to lose our talisman, our best player? You know,
Well,
he's
Ellie,
fabulous.
that's not the question. The question is, if you won't sign the contract, what do you do? So do you
Then-
just
then-
keep him for the season and let him go for nothing?
Well, it depends on what Levy wants to do. If he wants to cash in, it's not up to us to say. If he cashes in and gets 100 million for him, he can use that on other players. But I reckon they should offer him a contract that, you know, he just can't refuse, and also show a bit more ambition by bringing in some more players to make our team more solid. But if he goes and we, like next year, and we get nothing for him, what can we do?
No.
Nothing about it.
I think we have to sell him. If he doesn't sell the contract, sign the contract, we have to sell him. Sad to say, but
then what David says is like we might lose out on Champions League because
but with no guarantee. We didn't get it this season. We didn't get it this season, and he scored 30 goals.
We still got no guarantee of Champions League football with Harry Kane
last year, did we? Creating, man.
Oh, look, I know Maddison and Kane
scored so many goals.
Maddison and Kane could be absolutely lethal, as Paul Merson has already intimated. But you know, it's just a case of the sucker punch for Tottenham is this, right? We keep him for another year, right? We get into the Champions League, fair enough, right? And he goes and signs for Chelsea next July. That would be a huge kick in the teeth for Spurs fans. And it could easily happen. Whereas now, at least we get 100 million for him and he goes to Bayern Munich and it doesn't really affect us too much. So
there's a lot
it's a horrible choice. It's a horrible choice. I hope to God he signs the contract and doesn't put us in this position.
The board of Harry Kane.
Yeah. Drula says he'll wait to see ambition of the club before he signs. If he doesn't sign, we cannot let him leave on a free to another Premier club.
That's my thinking there. That's my thinking.
And he won't go to Chelsea. I am telling you.
Well, it would be an absolute. It'd be worse than Sol Campbell. It'd be Sol Campbell times 10 if he did.
I want to say big up to Ollie as well. Ollie Tron. Big up Ollie. He's doing his first live stream on the 9th of July. So big up Ollie. Hope you're doing well. And we've got King Dodd. It says, Iwata rarely played because he was a backup for McGregor, the captain. Played centre-back with CCV, got injured and was class. He's also a Japanese Player of the Year 2022. Yeah, he was. He was very good for Celtic last year, actually, to be fair. Look, the Harry Kane thing will lies Dermot, revenge for not letting him go now. I'm completely confused by that. I don't know.
I think maybe
let me know what
Chelsea,
that's about, Jazz Fusion. I'm a bit confused by that. And he says, a massive thanks to Dermot Chong for helping me. No problem. No problem, Ollie. Help anyone. Would help anybody. Look, if Levy does report Bayern Munich to UEFA, I think he should. And so be it. So
absolutely. If they do it to us, if we did it to one of their players. So
yeah, because he's still under contract, isn't he? He's still got a year to go.
Yeah. Now, as you know, on this channel, we like to have a bit of a laugh now and again. We do. We like to have a bit of a laugh, and we like to have a bit of a giggle. And we did this on the St. Patrick's Day stream, where I found some old footage of a Garda raid of a poaching farm and somewhere off the islands of Galway. Well, I found that was from the 1960s. Now we're going up. I found a bit of footage from the 1980s. Now there's no sound to this. Hopefully YouTube won't cut us off, but I think we're grand. So me, Philip and Ellie are going to put our own spin on this.
Yeah.
The title is the first Tottenham training regime under Ange Postecoglou.
Yeah. So enjoy it. It's going to be a bit of fun. We just thought we'd do it on a Friday. Look, there isn't a lot of news about, so this is a bit of so anyway. So here we go. Let me get this going. So hang on. Let me get this. Right. So anyway. So here's the guys coming out.
That's the team boss.
Yeah. They've got Kane's money in the bags.
Yeah.
You've got the 300 grand a week.
Some of the team are flying out. The rest of these guys are going by boat.
Yeah, these are the players that are not actually.
These are the guys that they want to get rid of and can't.
Yeah.
And there's See, it's a good MK2. It's a good boat, that MK2
Actually,
thing.
yeah.
It is.
Here we go.
Right,
Now.
it's just coming out of Hotspur Way.
Yes, that's right. Down the high road. High road looks a bit different these days, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, past Sweeney's pub.
Yeah.
Don't crash into the river.
down the North Circular. Look at them.
There we go. Yeah.
Comes
That's the Arsenal drone following them.
Yeah. Or the Bayern Munich one.
Yeah.
And,
there's the future site of the new Arsenal ground there on the right. You know?
Dermot worked on that.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
did. More we will reveal later on what happened there.
There you go.
That's a lovely site.
That's actually the bath for the players after the match.
Lovely.
Ahead that comes lads now going out for their bit of drill, summer morning drill. And look at them.
Yeah, they've got the right boots on. Oh my God.
So anyway, so here's the I just get
Here we
Hawaii
go. Here we
5-0.
go.
I'm just getting Hawaii 5-0 with this.
There's Postecoglou giving his team talk before the training starts.
Yeah. He's grown a ginger beard, especially for the occasion.
Or else it could be Kulichevsky's father, right? That's one of the two.
Here we go. Here's the lads coming into training now.
Looks like Kulichevsky's father.
Yeah. Here they are coming into training, and
here they come.
Bang off the wall under the bridge.
And there's the new kit room.
Excuse me again. Sorry.
Here's the new kit room. And here's the lads now looking for their kit room now, lads. Have you seen where the kits are? It might be in here. It might be in here. No, it's not in here. Are you sure? Are you sure? Look, I have another look here. I'll have another. Lads, where you going? Here's Levy looking for Postecoglou.
Yeah, he's looking for Højbjerg so he can sell him for 30 mil. Come on, Højbjerg, come out.
Yeah. Look. It's safe. It's safe. You're grand. Yeah. Look, they have to break in now to get the kit out. They forgot the key, Ellie. Look at that. Jesus. Now, here's Mrs. Doyle's tea room for Father Ted. The player's now looking for a few cups of tea. Not like this from Corey Boy. They're looking for transfer funds.
Yeah, it's hidden down here somewhere, lads.
They're seeing Mrs. Doyle's tea. Jesus, look at this tea, lads. Jesus, look at that. Look. Jesus, look at all that whiskey. Look at all that punching. What a waste. What an absolute waste. Anyway, there's Mrs. Doyle's tea going down the drain. Now, this is the Tottenham team now doing physical work now, training, pre-season training. Yeah. Look at the lads go. Look at them. They'll be fit for the new season. Here's now Dyer trying to head the ball.
Blockhead.
Yeah. Now, this is, look. Now, this is Eric Dyer trying to get the ball in. Now, Eddie, we've got an injury. We've got an injury here, Eddie.
Yeah, we've got an injury. Come on.
Yeah.
Where's the medical room? Come on.
Yeah, this is the medical room, the new medical room
There's
now.
The oxygen.
Yeah.
You
know what, lads? I think we'll do it outside today. Yeah, we're doing the medical outside today. It's a good day. It's a good day.
The sun shines out. Sun is out. Come on, get the barrels.
So look at them.
That stuff is about 100% proof. It'd blow the head off you if you drank too much.
It would. I've had it one time, Philip, and I'll tell a funny story. My cousin gave it to me once, and he had a rake of guns, and the guards have to come around and check out the guns. I walked into the room apparently still drunk as anything. Put my hands out to the guards. Just take me away. You're looking for me.
Yeah.
Hey, come here. This is arriving for the first North London derby of the season. Mikel Arteta is waiting for them, and there is Saka. That's Saka.
Now, I actually worked on the Arsenal stadium, so this is what they're looking for.
This is the bomb Dermot planted under the stadium about 10 years ago. So, yeah, they found it at long last.
Damn.
Oh dear.
See, digging up the Arsenal pitch now.
Yeah, this is
it's a keepsake.
This is them looking for Conte, by the way. He's down there somewhere.
No, this is where Sol Campbell's living. Yeah, they're just going to wash him out there before they bring him up.
Philip, just stop before you get us cancelled.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
There you go. What's he doing there?
I said it's all right, lads.
That's the Arsenal dugout.
This is what they're saying now. They're saying it's all right, lads. Spurs have still got Eric Dyer. We don't have to panic.
That's the Arsenal dugout. They're checking for Pochettino on top of the Arsenal dugout. He's had to reckon it now with the stone against that.
Oh my God.
Sorry,
there you go.
I never like those people.
No, I think this is actually a flashback to when Dermot was working in the Arsenal stadium.
Yeah.
You didn't demolish Highbury as well by any chance, did you?
I did. I was on there as well. Oh dear. I'm sorry. This is so funny.
And the boys, and I tell you one thing, they played the game and the hats are still on the head straight as a die. The hats never came off. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's the substitute now. I was at the fourth official, just checking that everything is in order.
They're seeing if the VAR's been installed.
Exactly. That's it now.
I'm sorry. Honestly, don't get control of yourself. Get control of yourself.
There you go.
I'm sorry.
They're working out. They're trying to get the shower going for the Arsenal team after the match now.
Yeah.
There they are. The game's over. Spurs won, and they're back off to the mainland now.
Yeah.
Job well done.
Well done, lads.
Lord. This has been so funny.
There you go.
Oh Lord. Oh dear.
And they probably saved the Irish tax exchequer about a couple of £100,000 there.
Yeah.
Anyway,
there's the Spurs bath.
Yeah, that's it. They haven't all in the bath now.
No, what they're doing.
No, they're just checking Sol Campbell's all right.
Yeah, they said you have to give him some sort of reprieve. What is that?
It's probably some cat food they're going to feed.
Yeast.
No, it's yeast for making the poaching. That's what it is.
Oh,
Yeah.
Lord. Oh.
And
There's
that's like tough, doesn't it? Yeah.
There you go.
I have never laughed so much.
Yeah, I know.
I'm sorry.
Whoa, they're trying to wash away
Control
there.
yourself, man.
Oh Lord, I'm crying with laughter here. Oh.
Let me see. What's he looking for now?
He's looking for something.
Is he going to turn the floodlights off?
He's looking for Ginola and Van der Vaart. Come back.
Oh, there's another one. Another one gone wallop.
Will you two stop? You're going to kill me. Honestly, you're going to kill me, the pair of you.
It looks more like the end. It looks like he's emptying out his washing machine there.
It's nearly over now.
I'd like to know where's all the locals? Where's all the fans? Playing this must have been filmed during COVID times. Everything's behind closed doors. There's no fans there.
Carl Simpson said that is payback for West Ham lasagna game.
That's true. That's true. Oh, here we go. Here we go.
I tell you one thing. I have never laughed so much in all my life than I have for that.
There we go.
That's the yeast again.
Right, yeast.
I know, right. Well, there you go.
Is it?
That's the end of that. Honest to God. But there you go.
That's good fun, that.
I tell you one thing. I have never laughed so much in all my life. I couldn't keep a straight face with that. I do apologise for my lack of behaviour, but honest to God. Well, we'll go through some of the countries. Jim is saying, piss myself laughing. Philip Saka, I think I weed a little bit. Edward is saying, Edward Wire Voss, has England become a third world country? I think they just found So Campbell's bath. You've started it now, Philip. You've already started it now. Carl is saying something has gone wrong with our water.
Yeah, true. Oh dear.
Hey lads, something has gone wrong with the VIP section.
Yeah. They won't be able to charge much money for that.
They're throwing away Arsenal fans' tears after being beaten.
Yeah.
Pure purple and gold to Tottenham, so putting in Sanchez and Road.
The plug up the road. Oh dear.
using a quick arcade on the flat surface must be one of Dyer's great grandparents. Levy's wet himself if after the crowd is shouting at him for buying long. And Edward says they're looking for trophies. Honest to God, look.
Yes.
We got a winner, man.
Right, Philip. I need to get my composure back. That was so funny. Do you want to tell people what's happening, Philip? Because we're not on tonight. We're
on tonight. We're podcast tomorrow at 1 o'clock, I think. And then tomorrow night, a debate show at 9 o'clock will be the greatest Spurs 10. Best 10 Spurs players ever. From a list of 25.
We're going to do our 25, aren't we?
Yeah, do a 25.
Whittle it down to
10.
I haven't even done one yet.
Yeah.
Oh,
I have a few of them done.
Once you two have it done, send it over to me. We'll stick it on one PDF so we can have them all up together.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Kate is on with us on a podcast tomorrow, so looking forward to Kate. But yeah, when's the next video? When's the next video clip, Dermo? It was too funny. Well, I'll tell you what.
We'll dig out something else because it's good.
We might do something on the podcast, Philip.
Yeah.
We'll do something on the podcast.
Yes.
And we'll definitely do something on the debate show as well.
I was watching one last night. It only lasted about 30 seconds. It was 3 quick clips of Dave Allen.
Yeah.
One was absolutely hilarious. The guy, factory worker killed by steamroller is buried, and the coffin is about that thin.
Well, I have got another one here now. This is live from 1973. I'm going to put this up now. So we'll have 5 minutes.
9 years old. Wow.
So this
you
is
weren't
it
even
now.
born, Dermot.
No, so this is the new Tottenham facilities. As you can see, them very rural, aren't they, guys?
Oh yeah, yes. Yes.
Now there's Levy's house there in the background.
Yeah.
Was that? This is actually County Mayo. This is where my dad's from, and my family are from in Ireland.
Nice.
That's the road in now.
That's the motorway. That's the local motorway.
Here's the postman now coming with the letters for Levy, saying Hoybier needs to be sold. So,
was that Harry Kane trying to escape?
Oh, it's a local policeman, actually.
Yeah, it's a local guardie.
The gardener.
Yeah.
And as
the traffic lights are out of order.
Boys, why are they called the Gardeners? Is there a particular
reason? It's an Irish name for police.
Yeah.
Really.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
There's still here he is coming with at least letter saying she's been denied to become an Irish citizen once again.
Yes. You're funny, Dermot.
Or is it coming up to Philip to say, right, Mr. Brady, we're taking you away?
No, he's going to say.
Is this the transfer fee now for Hoybier, giving it into Levy?
No, that's Harry Kane's agent. That's Charlie Kane.
Yeah, he's saying, what? How much am I getting? Only 5%.
No, seriously, what are they doing here, Philip?
It could be gun licenses or something like that. I think it possibly is gun licenses because all the farmers hold guns in the country, and I think that could well be it. And they have to renew it every year, you know.
DJ Green says it's proof that Evil Knievel should have retired.
Yeah.
That guy looks so serious.
Apparently, that's the bingo hole, Corey says.
Look at his hands, lads. They're massive.
Yeah.
Anyway,
here we go. Here we go. Yeah,
here we go. Now this is now be respectful, lads. Be respectful here now. This is that's ourselves now, and look at that. They've had to push no, that's them all now. This is Arsenal fans after winning nothing next year.
We bottled it again.
No, it is a funeral now. We should be respectful now.
Yeah.
I had to push a hearse once. It broke down.
Bloody hell.
I shouldn't laugh for the
that actually true. Yeah.
Now here's the priest now.
Sorry. I've never done that before.
This was Arsenal fans this summer after the end of the season.
Yeah.
Carl's saying that this is us saying goodbye to Dyer's career.
They're burying all the what do you call the flight tickets they'd booked for the Champions League final.
That's Levy's burying his money. This is the fan base after Son and Long Lane. Now, what's happening here now, lads? Now, this is
the Dig and Spuds. This is the Dig and Spuds.
The Dig and Spuds for the players' lunch. So,
there's
Joe Lewis.
This is for the Tottenham, the cafe in the Tottenham Stadium.
This is Joe Lewis cutting a bit of turf here.
And that's called turf, yeah. That's the power of the turf powered floodlights at the ground. You know.
Honestly,
wow.
That still goes on, you know. That's in fact it goes on not a mile from me here now. They're doing that at the moment.
Oh my God.
Mm.
That is hard work.
It is backbreaking stuff, you know. But that's the only fuel that a lot of people had. There's no such thing as coal here for a long time. They couldn't afford it.
Here's Long Lane now saying, "Look, lads, thanks for letting me play, but I'm off now back to where I came from."
He's asking, "Where's the bloody plumber? The dressing room's flooded again."
He's just saying it's a long way to swim to France, but I'll make it.
The ground rally has come a long way since the 70s. And Corey says, digging the foundations for the new stadium.
Yeah,
that's it. That's that one.
Funny.
That wasn't as funny as the first. The first one, I nearly pissed myself laughing. I obviously. Look, and then he says, "That's Levy saying to Mon, we did win a trophy, I suppose." Who the Arsenal fan is. But look, Ellie, when are you on next? You're back on Sunday, and when are you on next, and with who?
I'm with Kate on Sunday. Yeah, on Sunday we're going to do Germany. We're covering Germany, so how they got to the World Cup.
Stein, fine, done.
Yeah. Yeah, and that as well.
And so you need to bear there
too much away so that you all tune in and join me and Kate on Sunday 10:30.
Can I apologise in case if I offended anyone? But you need to be there early in case they get their towels on the seats early. So be there as early as you can. So that's on Sunday. Me and Philip are back with Kate tomorrow, and then the three of us are on Monday, Saturday, and then we're back for Monday next week. We've got loads of new shows coming up, haven't we, guys? We've got loads of new stuff coming up. We've got new graphics for the first new scoreboard, and that for the first pre-season game. But whatever you're doing, enjoy the rest of your Friday. Have a good fun. I know today's been a quiet day, but we hope you've enjoyed it. It's been from Only Fools and Horses. What is your name?
Is that the one where he says, I speak a bit of German? What is your name?
Well, listen, it's been a laugh today. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope it's given people a bit of joy today. And that's what it's meant to. But look,
and it's actually Wie heißt du?
Yeah.
That's how
now,
you say.
Ellie, do you want to give your new intro a debut?
Yeah, go on. Do it.
Ellie, this is Ellie's new intro, so let us know what you think. The title will be changed, but this is Ellie's new intro, so tell us what you think. There you go. And last but not least, we can't leave old Fred out. This is Philip when he's trying to leave the bingo hall on a Wednesday night, when his fans of groupies are chasing him for his autograph and for his clothes. Now, on that bombshell, we should leave it there. Just two more things. We've got DJ. We've got James Joris. No better sound than hearing you laugh. Got me going to. Big up you all. You may be some impressed. We've got great bit of music. That great intro, Ellie. I certainly hope so. Okay, I want to do my Swedish shift. But look, enjoy the rest of your Friday. Me and Philip are back at 1 tomorrow with a podcast with Kate. And whatever you're doing, enjoy your Friday. Love each other. As Philip is now writing something about me and ready to throw me to the wolves after this stream.
I'm just sending what's his name? What do you call the guy that played in Schindler's List?
Oh yeah, Liam Neeson.
I'm just sending him your address to do a hit job on you.
If I'm not on the stream tomorrow, Liam Neeson has got
You've been taken.
You've been taken. Anyway, take care. Speak to you later. Come on, you Spurs.
Come on,
In
you
the
Spurs.
clock, we trust.
We do.